Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning for most of us. It is about 10:15, I think. What time is it, Sanjay?
It's 9:15.
9:15. That's how awake I am. And for any of you who followed us last week, Sanjay and I have been working for a few years together, maybe about 5 years, and Sanjay has been teaching me meditation. So we did last Sunday on Facebook.
That's right.
And I think people really liked it. And we thought today we'd do it on Instagram because some of you follow both and some of you just follow Instagram, but then we'll get a sense and we might just alternate it whenever we do it. But it's going to be a little bit harder on Instagram because we can't have, only the people at the beginning can tell people who just joined what we're doing. So that would be lovely if you've just got up and you're watching and you think, actually, I'd quite like to do a little bit of meditation. Then we don't want you to be looking at the screen. We just want you to be hearing Sanjay's wonderful voice so you can take part in the meditation. So Luke, who's behind the camera, is going to occasionally put up a little message just saying, today we're doing a meditation. But I think there's different ways, Sanjay, and we discussed this on Facebook, but it might be good to just chat through now, because I always thought meditation, I had to be looking at a candle and I had to be clearing my head, and I always felt a bit twitchy, and I found it difficult. I found it very difficult, and I tried it. I tried transcendental meditation in my 20s and lots of different times, and only when I met you did I actually manage to do a meditation, in my mind, successfully, in so much that afterwards I felt very different. And I don't know why that was. I don't know if it's to make sure I was in the right place or how you do it. I'm not sure.
Well, when you do something like TM, it's a general system. You're given a mantra, from what I understand, and then you go away and practice by yourself. So you're using your own resources. With me, I'm beside you or in front of you. I bring a certain energy at the same time. So when I'm guiding you with my voice, I'm tuning into your unconscious. So we're both of us going on a journey together. So I'm making the journey easy for you.
And do you think it's possible that you can do that with quite a few people watching?
Yeah. I've taught courses, I do online stuff around the world, and it doesn't matter the distance, it works.
It does?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
It's coming up about 27 years.
And did you have very different work before?
I used to be in accountancy before.
You did?
Yeah.
With any spiritual or kind of, doing things to keep you...
I was always interested in spirituality. I tried meditation as a teenager. It just never worked for me then. And then it came back to my 20s, and next time I really got it. Yeah.
So you did how many years as an accountant?
About 8, 9 years.
8, 9 years,
Yeah.
and then you went down this path.
Yeah, I started to read more and more books. By day I was an accountant. By evening I was reading 4 or 5 hours every day. If you gave me a book on accountancy, I'd fall asleep very quickly. You gave me a book on spirituality. It was kind of awakening different parts inside me that were dormant in the sleep.
And if somebody's watching now, we can take questions now, because it'd be good, Luke, if we take questions. And you could just read some out before we start meditating.
Yeah.
But there's going to be people watching where meditation is really far away from what they do, and other people might have tried a bit. And some people might be watching who have already a meditation program. But for those people who are like, if I talked about the benefit I had, I think I felt that something about you allowed me for the first time to really calm down and be able just to empty my mind. And even if something came in, not to fight it coming in, but to accept it was there. And we do very specific meditations, Sanjay and I, so we'll do a slightly more general ones today.
Yes.
But when we've done them in the past, I've done one on fundraising for my business, I've done one on visioning my future, which we want to get to. I think that many of people put requests last time on Facebook saying, can you do one on grief, on recovering from breast cancer, on very specific things, on if my child is autistic, can they meditate? Just incredibly specific, interesting ones, but very specific. So we were chatting earlier, and I was thinking, the one I do, and I talk about a bit on Instagram, is this one of this energy I feel from this ball that you helped me create, which is full of this tremendous energy that my fingers tingle. And I think you were just saying just now, getting in that one, really feeling that one, allows you then to do one in envisaging your future because you've got the energy inside you to create that. Is that
Yes.
how I'd describe it all?
Yeah. If you look at our mind focuses on stuff, whether it's a physical thing or whatever. I want to make money, I want to manifest this, whatever, but it's always something physical. And we never focus on the content of the thing, we're always focused on the externality. If you have the resources inside you first, it makes it easier to achieve what you want to have. But if we're feeling depleted, you're tired, you're hungry, or you're ill or whatever, then you don't have the resources, because then the body will be taking up a lot of energy in keeping the body healthy. So if you can get your body healthy and the mind healthy, then it's easier to access where you want to get.
I think that sounds perfect. So, any questions before we start?
I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong. Is this going to be Nidra meditation?
No, Nidra, you're kind of lying down on the floor and closing your eyes and relaxing different parts of the body. We're doing a different version. We're actually energizing the body.
Right, someone asks, if you've never meditated before and not been able to relax, what would you recommend?
First and foremost, I think meditation has a wrong connotation. You meditate every day. If you watch a movie and you're there for 2 hours and you like it, you're in meditation. If you listen to your favorite CD, you're really meditating because you're focused on that and you're filtering out everything else. So it's a natural thing we do every day.
And I think also it's saying that, you know, a lot of the time we live in the past, not the future. And I remember, I've only read a few books on meditation, but Thich Nhat Hanh does The Road to Mindfulness, and he just talks about washing your hands at the sink, and all you're thinking about is washing your hands at the sink. You're in that present, really living in that moment. So I like that you say that's, in a way, what it is.
Yes. Yeah.
And is it okay to fall asleep when meditating?
Yeah, if you're really tired or if you're ill, when your body's receiving energy, sometimes the best thing for you to is just fall asleep, and then you'll receive on an unconscious level, which is right for you.
And can you regulate your heartbeat/pulse when you meditate?
Definitely, yes. Yeah.
Well, I think people are just really excited to get started.
Oh, wonderful.
That's great.
Good.
Okay. So, I think what we'll do is, last time we had the camera on some water, but then people didn't know what was going on. So I think it would be helpful to see you, Sanjay, and to hear you, because then people might get an idea of it. And then ever so often, Luke is going to put some little notice up just saying we're meditating. But I think just go with it. And I found it took me, you know, if it's your first time today trying a bit of meditation, just go with it. In a way, have no expectation.
Yeah.
You know, just enjoy it and listen to Sanjay's voice. I think that's the most important thing. And we just want to you to be able to get to a stage where you might want to do this more. I know that the more I've done it, the better my life is, in a way. Yeah, I would say that. And I had a very emotional, stressful day yesterday, so I'm quite looking forward to a meditation because I felt very depleted by everything that I experienced yesterday, and I felt so depleted that I just feel empty.
Oh.
So I really need to be filled up with energy.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So are you all right with the camera, Luke?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah? Okay. I need some water. Okay, that's fine. I've got water there, thank you. Just going to get some water. So you're going to have it on Sanjay?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put myself here.
Is it switched off at the moment? Okay.
It's still on. We're still chatting. Are you just looking at Sanjay's feet, or have you got Sanjay's face in? And you don't have mine in, do you? Good. Okay, fine. So I don't want to be filmed whilst I'm meditating. So, ladies and boys, quite excited to be meditating. I think there's something wonderful that we're all doing it together, and I think it's great. So no more words are really required. And then what we'll do is at the end of this, we'll have a chat through and we can talk about how it was for all of us and what other things you'd like to meditate on and how we can all do it together and sort of grow a bit from it. Okay. Great. That's it. Step by bit.
So first and foremost, thank you very much for attending this morning. If you can, I'd like you to sit comfortably and possibly on a chair and have your feet steady to the floor. And when you're ready, turn the palms upwards, rest your hands to your thighs, and just close your eyes. And with your imagination, just start to breathe in for 2 seconds. Breathe out for 2 seconds. And you can visualize the number 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're starting to slow down the breathing. And equally, as you're breathing in, focus on breathing into the back of the body. Imagine your lower back, and when you're breathing slowly, you're actually breathing into your lower back. And you'll feel your chest rise. You'll feel your shoulders rise just by breathing into your lower back. And again, just 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out. And then with your imagination, imagine breathing into the sides of your lungs. So when you breathe, the sides of rib cage are expanding and contracting. And again, breathing in for 2 seconds, breathing out for 2 seconds. Slow and easy. And then bring your attention to your stomach and really relax your stomach. And this time as you breathe, breathe forward into the belly. And you'll feel the skin inside the belly just gently stretching as you breathe full and complete. And then remember, you have an amazing imagination. You have a powerful imagination. And I'd like you to focus on your left hand. With your eyes closed, become aware of your left thumb, and also become aware of the space around your thumb. Become aware of your left index finger, and also the space around the index finger. Continue breathing slowly. Become aware of your middle finger, and also the space around the finger. Become aware of your ring finger and the space around your left ring finger. And then finally your little finger. And then you're aware of your whole of your left hand and also the space around the fingers and the thumb. And you're breathing in slowly, breathing out slowly. And then bring your attention to your right hand. And again, imagine you can see the hand. And then pay attention to your thumb. And then sense the thumb and also the space around the thumb. And there's something there. Sense your right index finger and also the space around the fingertip, and there's something there. Sense your middle finger and also become aware of the space around the fingertip. Bring your awareness into your right ring finger and also the space around it. And then finally your little finger and also the space around it. And then with your imagination, sense your 2 thumbs, sense your 2 index fingers, your 2 middle fingers, your ring fingers, and your little fingers. And by now there should be a gentle tingling sensation, a prickly sensation. Some of you may be feeling a warmth, some of you may be feeling a coolness, some of you may be seeing colors, but whatever you're seeing or feeling, it's okay. Everything is right in meditation. It's just how you perceive things. Now, with your imagination, in your left hand, I want you to imagine a magical ball of energy. A magical ball of energy. And it's full of infinite energy, it's full of creative energy, and it's full of positive energy. And with your imagination, just gently go all the way around the circumference. And again, do that 2 more times, so the ball really manifests and you feel physically in your hand there is this ball of energy. And this ball of energy, it has a volume, it's occupying space in your hand, and it's full of infinite energy. Sensing your right hand, and with your imagination, I'd like you to place in your hand a bright, magical ball of energy. And it's full of energy. It's completely full of energy. And then with your imagination, 3 times, just go around the circumference. And every time you go around the circumference, it's manifesting, it's becoming more real, more tangible in your hand. And now you're holding 2 magical, powerful, bright, infinite balls of energy. With your imagination, when you breathe in, I'd like you to imagine when you breathe in, you're absorbing the energy in the ball in your left hand into your left lung. Focus on the volume of the ball and that you're breathing it into the volume of your left lung. And you're doing it so slowly that actually it's very pleasant, it's enjoyable for you. And every time you absorb the energy, magically it just replenishes. From your side, there's no effort. It's an infinite ball of energy for the whole of your life. For the rest of your life, you have access to this abundant, infinite energy. And every time you absorb the energy, your left lung is becoming larger, brighter, vibrant, filling with more life. And just watch magically, instantaneously, how the ball just replenishes. Be amazed at that. And equally bring your awareness to the ball in your right hand. And with your imagination, I want you to breathe and absorb the volume of the ball into the volume of your right lung. And doing it slowly, doing it so slowly, because you're really cherishing and enjoying just absorbing the energy. And it's a pure energy, it's a vibrant energy, and it's infinite energy. And every time you absorb the volume of the ball in your right hand into your right lung, magically and instantaneously, it just replenishes. Just be amazed with that. And now simultaneously, breathe in the energy of the ball in your left hand into your left lung, and breathe in the energy of the ball in your right hand into your right lung. But focus on the volume. You're breathing the volume of the ball in your left hand into your left lung, and you're breathing the volume of the ball in your right hand into your right lung. Some of you will be seeing colors. Some of you may be seeing shapes and symbols. Some of you will be feeling energy. Some of you are feeling lightness and brightness. But you're just receiving energy. infinite energy. It's a very peaceful energy. It's a very pure energy. It's increasing your energy levels. It's increasing your physical energy levels. It's increasing your mental energy levels. It's increasing your emotional energy levels. Because the energy in your lungs then flows through your body, and your body is absorbing the volume of these two balls fully and completely. It's like you're recharging, you're uplifting, and you're vibrating at a far more healthy level, at a far more enjoyable level. Now, with your sense of humor and your amazing imagination, just imagine the ball in your left hand becoming larger and larger to a point that's comfortable for you. And again, with your imagination and your wonderful sense of humor, just make the ball in your right hand larger and larger and larger to the point that's comfortable. And feel the balls resting against your palms, connecting to the fingertips in a full, complete way. And these balls are an extension of you. They're a part of you. For the rest of your life, for the whole of your life, you have access to infinite energy. How amazing is that? And now this larger ball in your left hand, can you please enjoy breathing all the volume into the entire left side of the body, from head to toe, but really deep inside. And again, every time you absorb the energy into the left side of the body, magically just replenishes instantaneously. It's that easy, it's that enjoyable. And equally, this huge ball in your right hand, it's just an extension of you. And as you breathe, you're absorbing the energy into the right side of the body from head to toe. Your fingers vibrating, your muscles vibrating, your bones vibrating to a new level. Greater health, greater positivity, greater clarity, greater enjoyment in life. The ball in your left hand is now saturating the left side of the body with infinite energy. The ball in your right hand is saturating the right side of the body with infinite energy. Imagine now filling with so much energy that energy is pouring out of you. You're feeling on a cellular level, you're feeling on a muscular level, you're feeling on a nervous level with infinite energy, till you feel full of energy, a more healthier you, a more peaceful you, a more calmer you, a more present you. Feel now a new presence in your feet, a new presence in your hips, a new presence in your shoulders as you breathe. And again, slowing down the breathing, and some of you will be seeing brighter colors, some of you feeling warm sensations. Allow these sensations to increase and to magnify so that they feel good within you. Feel things melting, feel things dissolving, feel things relaxing on a very deep level as you fill with energy, infinite energy. And just take 2 enjoyable breaths. Enjoy the enjoyment within the breath. Enjoy the infinite enjoyment within the breath. And hopefully a lot more brighter healthier, more vibrant, more alive on a wonderful Sunday morning. And then take your time to come back to the fingers, coming back to your toes, when you feel ready, when you want to, coming back to open the eyes. But there's no need to rush.
Thank you, Sanjay.
How was that?
That was great.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I was a little bit focusing on outside, but I
Yes.
really, really felt my fingers tingling. And it is when you use it, the imagination, it's how big the ball gets. And for me, I sort of felt it was twinkles, and then they came into my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't know whether it should all go in and leave my hand empty, but that was a blur. So I didn't decide what that outcome was, but I felt it going in and sort of swirling. I wanted in a way to get them all together and make one ball and do that.
You can do that if you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah. So I did feel it. I don't know, I feel kind of, definitely different from when we started. How did everyone find it?
They're loving it.
Oh.
Yeah. If you've got any questions for Sanjay, Luke's going to look through now and see if there are any.
Can one side work easier than the other?
Yeah, you'll tend to find each one of us, the left and right side, normally we're sensitive more on one side than the other.
Yeah, I found the left side easier, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I had two balls. With one ball, you tend to overcompensate with your more dominant side.
Yeah.
Eventually both sides become more equally sensitive.
So you want to get to a stage where both sides are equal. Yeah.
Yes.
What does it mean if you feel tingling?
Well, tingling, it's your nervous system is waking up, your sensory system is waking up, you're just becoming present in the body, in today, in this moment. That's when you tingle.
And if you have that with bright shifting light in your eyes, does that mean anything, or is that just...
Yeah, I'd have to sit with the person individually, but if you're getting shifting, it's normally there's a clearing going on of some unconscious stuff inside you.
A lot of people, asking how they can find you, maybe doing a podcast or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We're thinking of doing a podcast series, and it might just be nice to do that as a podcast, Sanjay, because we don't need to be, we found this room so we could have something that was soundproofed, but a podcast would work well. Yeah.
And are we going to put this on the blog for any people?
Yeah, we'll put it on the blog for sure, so that you can access it there. And I think we might start a little section, but at the moment it might just be not in the bathroom with, what would we put it on? That's a section I do, Sanjay, got it in the bathroom.
Okay.
So I think it might be under health. Should we put it under health?
Whatever's good
Yeah.
for you.
And Sanjay, how often would you recommend doing this?
If you can do it every day in the morning, it'd be great. It wasn't too long, but just notice how you feel from before to after, and if you like it, then you'll tend to do it more often.
Because it took us probably, 10 or 12 minutes?
It wasn't too long.
No. I mean, that's not much time, and
Yeah.
I think we all feel we rush in the morning, but sometimes I get to the office in a panic, and so my day doesn't go as well,
Yeah.
and maybe just by doing this, my day
Once
is
you're
a
caught
little
up in
bit
a
more
reality
fruitful.
that you're running behind, you actually become inefficient, and you're actually wasting time through the rest of your day.
Yeah.
And if you become clearer, more positive, more aligned, you tend to work in a different way.
Yeah,
So it saves you time.
saves you time.
Yeah.
And does it have a healing power, as a lot of people are asking?
It does do, because we're using a concept for your imagination of infinite energy. And if you look at medicine nowadays, they're realizing more and more illness happens to people when they're deficient in energy. So by introducing infinite energy, your imagination can take that into different places, and wherever you're deficient, replenish it. So yeah, it works.
And how would you recommend to stop mind wandering to do lists and such?
Practice, and again, enjoying it. And noticing when the mind is wandering to come back and to stay inside the volume of the balls and to stay inside the volume of your lungs. We're not used to staying inside, we're always used to letting our mind wander around.
And that it's not, I think what I've learned is I would be not panicking, but oh God, I'm not getting the full benefit because I'm thinking about this, but not to worry about the fact your mind's wandering, I think.
Well, because
helps
it's
me a bit
infinite
too.
energy, whether your mind wanders or not, just believe that what you need for today, you will receive. Make it that easy.
All right, yeah.
Whether your mind wanders or not, your body will receive.
Someone had an ache somewhere in their body and it's hard to bypass that feeling. What would you recommend to keep focus on the meditation?
The ache.
To basically, I think what she's asking is how do you ignore the ache and focus on meditation?
Well, the aim is not to ignore the ache. If it's been there for a while, in science they say anything over an ache that's been there for over 3 months is chronic. That means the body's in chronic pain and that needs to be addressed. But if a simple ache or pain, stiffness in the neck, that's a different thing. And if you let infinite energy come in, it starts to do the healing process for you.
Great. And how would you recommend to stop overthinking?
Focus on the
Probably,
ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said that one ball was much more shiny and bright than the other one.
Yeah.
The other one seemed colder and kind of burnt out. Does this mean that that side of her body and her lungs are weaker?
No, it has nothing to do with the lungs. As I said to you, it's how your brain chemistry is used to working with the body. If I'm picking up the phone, if I'm answering only with the dominant hand, I tend to prefer listening through my right ear than my left ear. So it means I've learned to hardwire my right side to be more sensitive than the left side. Yeah.
And can you do this laying down or do you have to be sitting?
You can do. I asked you to sit today just because of the principle of getting used to it. But if you want to lie down, yeah. But the tendency will be you probably might fall asleep.
And does it matter if you do it at night or in the morning?
You can do. With this one, you might feel highly energized. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I feel this is a morning one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more
I
to get
think-
you into the day.
I mean, next week we could do...
We could
if
do the
if
opposite
you're
and
happy next
to-
week, we could do one
Yeah.
just of that you could listen to in the evening
To unwind, yeah.
that unwinds you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we could just grow them. And if you want to say now, or because we can't have communication on the blog yet because we haven't got comments, but if you want to put down now things you'd like to hear, that what kinds of meditation, because I think Sanjay and I have, you know, as we discussed, I don't know if you joined in halfway through, but doing this meditation gives you the energy and therefore kind of preps you to get to a stage where maybe we could do stuff to vision our future. So that's, you need energy to do those kind of meditations, and it took me a while with you to do those. And then they become quite specific because you bring specific things you want to kind of vision in your future into them. So I think that journey takes a few. But, you know, I'd like to just to get to that journey anyway, as one that we'll do in the future, but whether next week we do just how to unwind or how to just not detach from things that are stressful, but to, in a way, live with stress in your life so that you can still sleep well and look after yourself and have a good life.
Indeed.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asking, avoid procrastination, visualizing what you want to be in your life. Evening ones would be great, they're saying. Some people are still having tingling sensations.
Great.
How long do you think tingling would last, Sanjay, after meditation?
As long as you stay focused on it, it will continue for a long time. Yeah.
I've still got a bit of tingling in
Yeah.
my
If you pay attention to it,
Yeah.
the body's vibrating at a different level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that what's good about these and what I've found, because I haven't been diligent, I've done, you know, a few months of seeing you and then not, but then I have recordings on my phone, so I then Sometimes I'm sitting in a car, in the car park, or just somewhere I find myself on a train. And I will listen to Sanjay, and it comes back much quicker the more I do it. So that's what you were saying about practice. But I've been standing in front of you ladies when one of you's been feeling a bit flat and saying, let's really just feel the energy inside you. And when I start to even say that out loud, I will feel it. Like now I feel my fingers tingling more because I'm really feeling that energy. It's there. And I think it just depends how open you are, because I'm not a very open person in these things. You know, we were talking earlier, Luke and Sanjay were talking about, Luke said, do you know how you're going to die? And Sanjay goes, oh, well, I've had a few deaths, so I do. I know some of them being quite painful. And I was thinking, I'm not quite there yet. I'm not quite there yet. I'm in this sort of just learning land. But that feeling, it's amazing to have that feeling. And if you believe in the science of life, we are surrounded and made up of pure energy. So there is no reason why not to have a
tangible access
to it. Yes, very well put. Yeah.
There are a couple more suggestions here. Spinning auras, visualization for the future, stress management, healing, dealing with anger and negativity. Visualization for the future, all these sort of things. There's a lot we can do.
Okay. Are you happy to do each Sunday at this time?
Yeah, I'm more than happy to do it.
Up to Christmas.
It gets me out of bed on Sunday morning, which is
okay,
good to
well,
do.
ladies, if
Yes.
this time works for you, I think it's nice that you might know it's going to happen about 9:15. And I feel for a Sunday morning, I'm already up. Unfortunately, I'm too old now to get up late. But if that works for you, we could just do that, and then we can just go over a few and record them for you as well. So let us know if you like that idea. And then you can just check in, and we might say before the one we're going to do, or we might decide on the morning, depending on how we're feeling. But we'll try and get some of your suggestions in and then I think a few weeks in we could do Visioning the Future, because by then hopefully a few people will have been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And then we can build up to things, which would be great. So we're all on a journey together. Okay, that's it, I think. Sanjay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Luke, thank you for coming early.
Pleasure.
And have a wonderful Sunday, ladies.